All right, welcome to the Ashland Family YMCA Healthy Living at Home. I'm Will Robinson. I'm here with my wife, Laura. We are actually at home. We're at home out in my garage. We're gonna do a little home workout for you guys. You guys will be able to follow along. Hopefully it'll be a good time. Yeah, we're kind of winging this one. We're not doing it at the Y. We'll see how it goes. So first thing we gotta do, we gotta warm up. So, all we're going to do right now is we're just going to jog in place. This is where we normally work out at home, so this is going to be kind of fun. You guys get to see where I work out on a daily basis when the Y is closed. From here, let's do high knees. Good job, and let's go into butt kickers. Good job. Okay, we are gonna go into some inchworms, I like to call them. So, trying to keep our legs straight, we're gonna bend all the way down. We're gonna, keeping our legs straight, we're gonna walk our hands out. If you want, you can do a push-up, and then we walk our hands back, trying to keep our legs as straight as we can. We're trying to stretch out our hamstrings in this. So let's do 4 more inchworms.
I'm going to skip the push-up.
All right, nice job. While we're down here, we're gonna get into that down dog position. So I'm gonna push my head through my shoulders, try to keep my legs straight. Again, stretching out the hamstrings and our calves a little bit. And then from here, you can either just come straight forward, looking straight up to the ceiling, or you can do what I like to call a dive bomber. So I'm here, I'm going to dive bomb underneath and bring my head up. And then we're gonna go back. And you have about 20 seconds to just kind of go back and forth between those two movements. Just sort of find out where your sticking spot is and sit in that spot for a minute. Let it stretch out a little bit more. Okay, good job. Let's stand up. What we're gonna do now is I'm gonna bring my knee straight out in front of me at a 90-degree angle and then pull it out to the side. And then I'm gonna bring my other leg straight out in front of me and then out to the side. Sometimes it's easier to do this and walk backwards. But try to keep that 90-degree angle, keep that leg straight out. Good, and then we're gonna do the opposite. We're gonna go out to the side and come forward. And again, if you wanna walk forward, you can. Sometimes it helps to go back, 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 and then you can walk back forward. Do the opposite. We're just trying to stretch out our hips for this. We're going to do some squats and some different things. So that'll be a good one. Additionally, I'm just going to plant my legs straight, plant my heel on the ground with my toe up, and I'm gonna slowly reach down, and instead of trying to touch my toe, I'm just gonna do a little scoop with my arms. I'm gonna take a small step forward, do another scoop with my arms, small step forward, scoop with my arms. And then we can walk backwards. Again, stretching out that hamstring. We're also going to have some deadlifts and things today, so it'll be nice to kind of stretch out backs of our legs there. Next, we're going to do what I like to call a 5-second squat. Basically, we're going to take 5 seconds to go all the way down to a bottom of a squat. So, I'll count out loud. You can just follow along with us. We'll do around 5 to 8 of them. Okay? So, ready, set, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 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 Really focus on keeping tension in your hips, in your back, keeping your back flat, and your chest up. So again, we'll keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and up. Okay, now we're going to do just a couple more, but we're going to do 3-second squats, so they'll be a little bit faster. Again, only 3 seconds on the way down, and then we'll stand right back up. So ready, 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. 1, 2, 3, up. Good job. Now, just do between 5 to 10 air squats. They can be whatever pace you want. We're gonna do 10, nice and easy. Again, this is just warming up. Okay, if you guys need to stop, you can pause the video. If you're like, oh man, I forgot to grab a water bottle, go grab a water bottle. If you need to warm up a little bit more or stretch out a little bit more, you can pause the video, warm up, stretch out. Basically do whatever you gotta do to get ready. Otherwise, I'm gonna start explaining the workout. So we're gonna go through a couple different 3-minute rounds, okay? So each round is going to be 3 minutes long. Each round then is going to have 2 movements that we're going to do for every 3 minutes. So, for example, on our very first round, we're going to keep it simple. We're going to do squats and we're going to do push-ups. The rep scheme is going to be, as we go through the 3 minutes, our reps are going to increase, and they're going to go by even numbers. So what that means is we're going to start with 2. We're going to do 2 squats and then 2 push-ups. Then we're going to do 4 squats and 4 push-ups. We're going to do 6 squats and 6 push-ups, 8 squats, 8 push-ups, 10 and 10, 12 and 12. You're going to keep going up by 2 for the entirety of the 3 minutes. So your goal is to get as high a number as you can in those 3 minutes. So just going back and forth between squats and push-ups, that's what we're going to do. We're going to stop, take a break. I'll explain the next 2 movements. We'll go through another 3-minute round, ascending in the same way, but we'll have 2 new movements. We're going to do 5 rounds.
Less than 10% battery power.
Okay. Hopefully my phone doesn't die. So, otherwise, like I said, our first 2 movements are squats and push-ups. A squat, main thing to think about is my back stays flat, my chest stays up. I'm not going to arch my back and I'm not going to curl my back over. My back is just going to stay flat. I'm gonna send my hips back and down. I'm gonna try and squat all the way so my hips are below my knees, and then I'm just gonna stand right back up. I squeeze my butt as I stand back up. If this is as far as you can go, then that's as far as you can go, that's okay. Work on getting as low as you can. For the push-ups, we're going to try to touch our chest to the ground and then come all the way back up, keeping our body straight. And if that's not gonna happen, go to your knees. You can do push-ups on your knees, trying to get your chest as low as you can. If that's not gonna work, you can even go to a wall or something and do push-ups on the wall. So again, 2 squats, 2 push-ups, 4 and 4, 6 and 6. Keep going up by 2s. I'll call out the time. We will stop at the end of 3 minutes. All right, we're gonna start in 5 seconds. 2, 1, go. So I just did my 4 and 4. I'm going to do 6 squats. 6 push-ups. On to 8. You guys get the idea. We just passed 1 minute. One more minute. Ten more seconds. And done. Whew, okay. I was on my round of 14.
I finished 12.
Laura finished 12. I just started 14. So, we got a quick rest. I'm going to explain the next 2 movements, then we're going to keep going. Hopefully everything makes sense. Seems pretty self-explanatory. Our next 2 movements that we're going to do are, the first one is going to be shoulder taps. So, kind of like the push-up, we are in this plank position. All I'm going to do is tap my shoulder with the opposite hand. Rep-wise, that's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. If that's too hard, go from your knees to a 1, 2, 3, 4. You can also just lift your hand off the ground if you need to. The other one we're going to do are V-ups. You're going to lay straight, bring your hands and your feet up together, touch your hands to your feet. If you can't do that, just do a regular sit-up, touch either your knees or all the way to your shoes, and you'll be good. We're getting right into it. We're gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. That's 1 minute. That's halfway. Oh. If you have to modify in the middle of the workout, that's fine. You can switch from V-ups to sit-ups mid-workout, totally okay. Oh, I don't like V-ups. 35 seconds. Ten more seconds. Get a couple more in. Time.
How many did you get?
I was on my 12 V-ups.
Finished 12.
She finished her 12 V-ups. Okay, that was a tough one. We had some technical difficulties with my phone, but we are all set now. Our next 2 movements that we're going to do are going to be a sumo deadlift high pull and toe taps. So I'm going to explain both of those things. Now is when you need to find some kind of object in your house that you can pick up. For us, we have some kettlebells, so we're going to use kettlebells. I have a 53-pound kettlebell here, and Laura has a 35-pound kettlebell. This can be a cinder block if you're a wild person. It can be a jug of milk. It can be a bag with something heavy in it. It can be
Like a backpack with books.
backpack with books. That's a great one. Just about anything. So a sumo deadlift high pull, I'm going to be in a sumo stance, so my feet are wider than shoulder width apart. I'll go back a little bit. My feet are wider than shoulder width apart. I'm going to send my hips back and then bend my knees into a deadlift. I'm going to grab my kettlebell. I'm going to try and keep my chest up, but not if it sacrifices my back being flat. So I don't want to arch my back. I want to keep my back flat, so my hips go back. I bend my knees. I grab my kettlebell, and all I'm going to do is stand up into a deadlift, and then from there, I'm going to pull all the way up to my sternum. Okay? So it's not going to look that clunky when you do it. This is all one movement that you're going to do together. So I'm going to be in my sumo stance. My hips are going to go back. I'm going to grab my kettlebell. I'm going to stand quickly and then pull. Stand, pull, straight back down. It's kind of like two motions, but it looks like one motion altogether. Again, straight on. That's a stand. So, again, stand, pull. Basically, the main way to scale this, use something lighter. Okay? After that, we're going to do toe taps. Toe taps are really easy. I'm just going to tap my toe on the top of whatever my object is. So, it's going to look like just like that, really easy. These are really fast, so we're going to count 1 rep is both feet. So we're doing 2, 4, 6, 8, just like before. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Every time your right foot touches, that's a rep, okay? So again, it'll be 2, 1, 2, you'll do 4, 4, and you'll keep going from there. Okay? We are going to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. That's 1 minute. That's halfway. And you're done. Good job. That one gets tough. The sumo deadlift high pulls are hard. So, the next two movements we're gonna do. First one is gonna be a lunge. We're just gonna do reverse lunges. So, I'm standing shoulder width apart. I'm gonna step back and try to touch my knee to the ground if I can, keeping a 90-degree angle in my knee and a 90-degree angle in my, or 90-degree angle in my ankle. I'm gonna step forward, right back down. Try to keep my chest up the entire time. Think about the width of your feet. They should stay shoulder width apart the entire time. I don't want to see you guys tightrope walking while you're doing your lunges. If you're here, it comes straight out. Lunge, lunge. I'll try to keep straight on. Laura will go sideways so you can watch both of us go. The other movement that we're going to do is going to be a plank twist. So, we're going to be in a plank. You're going to twist up to the top with your right hand and point straight at the ceiling. Come back, twist up, point straight to the ceiling. That is going to be 2 reps. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to stay in that plank. Don't let your hips slouch. Don't have your butt way up in the air like that. We're going to stay nice and flat. Curving just like that. Or twisting, I should say. So, plank twist, lunges. We're going to start with lunges. Lunges are just 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Okay, so 2 lunges, 2 plank twists, 4 and 4. You guys know the deal. If you need a break, pause the video, grab a drink. Otherwise, we're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go. Laura's already messing it up. Your goal is to get as many reps in as possible, but also find a good pace that you can keep for the 3 minutes. Try to keep that pace. Don't go too slow, but don't go too fast either. Keep going! Keep going, the wind blew us down, but it was my trick to get ahead of Laura. You're over halfway done. One more minute. I'm just starting my round over 12. More seconds. 10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Good job. Okay. We only have one more round that we got to do. Okay, last 3 minutes, then we're done.
Yep.
Last 3 minutes, then we're done. So, the last two movements that we're going to do, we did sumo deadlift high pull. This is just going to be a regular deadlift with whatever object you're using for your sumo deadlift high pull. So, oh, Laura put away her kettlebell already. She thought we were done. We're not. A deadlift, just like in the sumo deadlift high pull, except we are just shoulder width apart. I'm going to send my hips back and then bend my knees to grab my kettlebell. And then I'm going to do the opposite on the way back up. I'm going to straighten my knees until I get the bell to my knees, and then I'm going to bring my hips forward. So it's hips, knees, knees, hips. All together, that's going to look like just a nice, easy deadlift, just like that, touching the ground, keeping my back flat, squeezing my butt on the way back up the entire time. So we're going to do our deadlifts. Then the other movement we're going to do is just a simple jump over. So I'm going to jump over the object that I'm picking up. So for us, it's our kettlebells. If you're at home and the jump over is tough and you are picking up a big backpack or something like that, you can grab something smaller. Set the remote on the ground and just jump back and forth over the remote. Do whatever you want to do. Again, we're going up the same rep scheme, 2, 4, 6, 8, just like that. So I'll do 2 deadlifts, and then I'll do 1, 2 jump overs, 4 deadlifts, so on. You guys know the deal. So we are going to start in 10 seconds. Pause if you need to pause and grab something. Otherwise, it's 3, 2, 1, go. You need to jump over one-footed, so you can do one before the other. That's okay. That's 1 minute. You can also step over. I can step over my object. Or jump. I'm just starting my round of 10. We're almost halfway. All right, coming up on 1 more minute. 15 more seconds. Two, one, and done. Good job. You're all done. That's the last round. You guys are awesome. We're gonna do a really quick warm down. If you're spent, you're laying on the couch already, that's fine. Turn it off, hit pause, whatever you gotta do. Otherwise, we'll do a really fast warm down. We'll be all done. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get down on all fours. We're gonna do what I call cat-cow. So you're gonna arch your back like a cat, and then you're gonna bring your back down, kind of sway back like a cow. So arch your back, cat, moo, cow. Cat, moo, cow. I hope you can hear the neighbor kids playing. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to put our knees out but keep our feet together and sit back into child's pose, arms out in front of us. So I'm going to plant both my hands on the ground, and as I sit back into my hips, I'm going to try and keep my hands planted on the ground and have that tension kind of stretch out my shoulders as well. Let's come up and rest just for a second, and then just go right back down into it again. Good job. Next, we're going to stay on all fours. I'm going to take my right hand and bring it underneath my left shoulder and try to bring my right shoulder all the way down to the ground. So I'm coming underneath. Bring my shoulder all the way down, reaching as far through as I can. Good job. We'll come up, and we're going to do the opposite. Left hand underneath our right shoulder. Good job. Another thing we're going to do that I don't think a lot of people think about is we're going to stretch out our wrists. We spend a lot of time at a computer, especially everyone working from home right now. So we're going to stretch out our wrists a little bit. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to put my hands kind of right in front of my knees with my fingers pointing away from me. And I'm going to keep my arms straight and trying to keep my palms flat on the ground. I'm just going to lean forward. You guys can see Laura is sort of rocking back and forth. You can do that too. Try to find where that sticking point is on your wrist. Kind of take a few extra seconds there and stretch them out. Good. So now we're going to do the same thing, except I'm going to flip and have my fingers pointed towards my knees. My palms are still flat on the ground. And now instead of leaning forward, I'm just going to lean backwards. And I'm kind of stretching out the inside of my wrist almost up into my forearm a little bit. So leaning back, and again, you kind of rock back and forth. Okay, last one for our wrist that we're gonna do is we've done on our palms now, but this time we're going to flip our hands over, and I'm gonna put the tops of my hands on the ground with my fingers pointed towards my knees and trying to keep my hands flat on the ground. I'm going to lean back. Good, we can come out of that. It might feel good. Let's put our hands together and just kind of roll out our wrists. That was a lot of heavy stretching on our wrists. This might feel a little bit better. So now, if you have a foam roller at home or something like that, now is the time. I would maybe use the foam roller a little bit. Kind of use it on the spots that you feel like you are sore. But otherwise, we are all done. That's it for me. Again, this is Ashland Family YMCA, healthy living at home. Thanks for joining us. Hey everybody, really quick, before you guys go, Laura and I want to show you really quick. Check out this janky contraption that we had to record from. The chair is up to block the phone from getting rained on, because even though it's sunny out, it was raining like 15 minutes ago. Then we had a paint can on top of some barbell clips and this roll of athletic tape to prop the phone up against. That's some extreme videography skills right there, let me tell you what.